Well, hey, everybody. I'm just going to go ahead and pop you on here.
I like that shirt.
You like that shirt?
I do a lot.
That's it. That's my Calumet High Wolverines class of '84.
How long you had that?
I've had it for a year or so.
Okay.
It's
Did you
not,
order it online?
Yes, I did.
Attaboy.
Of course I did.
Attaboy.
Of course I did. Because, I told you when I first met you.
Oh, that's the only reason I'm here.
It's my favorite movie.
I understand, sir.
So
I ain't here because I can sing.
well, yeah, but you're here because you love music. You're a fan of the arts.
Correct.
Everybody, I think I just heard it come through somewhere, but this is the very first time in all of our bunkers where we had an in-bunker guest.
Yep.
And we have one of what I consider to be my favorite guys that I've met probably in the last 10 to 15 years.
Wow.
That's a
Because we
Who-
were...
no, I'm excited. I want to know who it is.
no pressure. No pressure.
I'm getting to that.
Okay,
Slowly getting to that because when I met you out in Tulsa, we were at the Folds of Honor.
Yes, sir. That's a good event.
Exactly. Got to say hey to the Colonel. He might be on here tonight, so But anyway, so when I met him, I was like, dude, you have no idea. Red Dawn was the first movie that my dad and I ever saw together, and without any prompting, he goes, Wolverine.
No doubt. That was worthy of a Wolverine.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. C. Thomas Howell.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Wolverines.
But you've done I was blown away, literally blown away today when I was going.
You did some homework?
I did some homework.
I'm so impressed.
I did some homework, and
You might have a second guest
who?
here in the bunker. If you keep acting this way and doing homework,
Oh, dude, I did.
and you show up prepared again, this might turn into something.
I'm less political than Jimmy Kimmel, but I do my homework.
Yes. I like it.
I'm totally kidding. No, I mean, like I was going through today, and I knew that everybody when they say your name, Pony Boy is the first thing that comes up. I mean, that's just like iconic. But
Thank God it's not Gilligan or something like that. I'm not that Gilligan's bad because Gilligan's awesome.
Gilligan's making money dead because
yeah.
of those. Those are still
They still play.
They're still playing.
That's right.
But like that's one of those movies, that everybody and the girls, some of the kids that are here tonight, they watch it in.
Don't say that like you're surprised.
Well, I am surprised.
I told you it's a required reading in
I
like
get it.
80% of the schools. I get these new young kids every year, 13, 14 years old, just crying and crying and crying, and then
Yeah.
they see that I'm 55 years old, and they sob even harder.
You got two of them right here.
That's what happens. What happened to Pony Boy?
Pony Boy.
Pony
Boy's my dad's
Oh my God! I did not stay gold, folks. I stayed gray.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Well, so Ken, do we have any requests? There's a bunch of people that are on here already, and they're like commenting and all that sort of stuff, but and I can't even read them. So I'm just
Because you need glasses like me.
No, I can see them, but they're just moving. They're moving fast. They were moving fast. They kind of slowed down, but there we go.
Yes.
There you go.
Tonight.
Here we go. Let's see.
Ruthie
Hello,
Burke,
Tammy.
he said, do
Hello,
it for Johnny.
Billy.
We're gonna do it for Johnny.
We're gonna do it for Johnny.
That's what she said right there.
Tommy used to work on Sorry, never mind. No, we're not gonna do that.
We haven't had an icebreaker yet. Come on.
I have an icebreaker in right here. See, I got it down. So let's jump in. Let's play a song or two. I gotta say hello. I gotta say.
First of all, I just have to acknowledge the fact that you gave me a little peanut butter whiskey here. And
Well,
it's damn good. I showed up with a flat tire. I'm gonna do a show, have a little whiskey, and hopefully go out there and that tire's gonna be
tire's gonna be
fixed, you son of a
changed
gun.
because we called AAA.
I love this place, man. They give away whiskey and fix your tires.
That's right.
Let's sing some songs. This is awesome.
That makes me want to break into like, it was all I could do to keep from crying. And some David Allen Coe or something. No, we got to say hey to Kristen Sheola today. It's her birthday. And Mally and Jordan and Adam and all of them are down at Disney right now, and they're hanging out with Kristen. So happy birthday! And we're gonna play a song. Her dad wanted me to play a song for her.
Is Disney open and all that?
Of course.
Yeah.
Crazy busy now too.
Of course, yeah, man. It's you're not gonna shut the mouse down.
No.
No, they make you wear a mask and all.
They
but
will.
They're gonna stay open.
They will.
They're gonna stay open. So let's see. What do we?
The mouse will shut you down though.
Oh, they did.
You better You better be quiet. What you say on Twitter, they will fire you quickly.
Will they?
Well, that girl from The Mandalorian.
Oh,
didn't even think
Gina.
about
that.
Gina
Yeah.
Carano,
Right?
Carano, yeah.
You better watch out. I don't have Twitter.
Yeah, good
I
thing.
like my job.
It's a good thing.
I don't Twitter.
Well, we're not tweeting here. You're just not.
Yeah,
No, man.
No, I
I'm
mean
here.
actually,
I'm
we
just
are.
saying, there's a
We're-
reason why I don't
we're-
have it.
We're live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook right
God,
now.
You're so large, Mark Wills.
I got the beat button right here. So whatever you
There
say.
is there is no beat button. That's
There
the
ain't nothing. No, you fired, Tommy Howell.
What do we have? What was the first request that we
Man,
had?
We had a request for Her Kiss. Talk about a kind of a
goodness.
summer song with spring fever here and all.
Her kiss?
Her Kiss.
Her Kiss, yeah. Did you
Good
pull
one.
that one up there, Red? Okay, I'll do this one. I walked in the tattoo shop, the beach in Alabama. Sun setting low and fading fast. Showed the man her lipstick kiss on that torn piece of paper. He said he'd do it for $100 cash. Yeah. Give me that color red. Put it there where she used to lay her head. Dip that needle in the ink. Let that burgundy sink through the sunburn the weekend left behind. Labor Day's come and gone. Me and the boys have got a roll, and I don't know when I'll hold her again. So until then, I wanna wake up with her kiss on my skin. I worked all summer with the band at the Floribama bar. Saw her there the first night that we played. Flip-flops, a halter top, and red bands in her hair. Wild and sweet like the hurricanes we drank. They turned into September. By now, she's touching down in Denver. So dip that needle in the ink. Let that burgundy sink through the sunburn the weekend left behind. Labor Day is come and gone. Me and the boys have got a roll, and I don't know when I'll hold her again. So until then, I wanna wake up with her kiss on my skin. Yeah, Labor Day is come and gone. Me and the boys have got a roll. Oh, and I don't know when I'll hold her again. So until then, I wanna wake up with her kiss on my skin. We have a video for that tonight, don't we, Red?
We might have something.
We have something for that. Tommy Howell, boys and girls. My friend who I've known for a few years. We got to thank Paula Trickey for that introduction. Yeah, she's the one.
You still golfing?
I think she is.
You.
Am I still golfing?
You never really were golfing.
I was. I used to play years ago, but
Not
then
really, Mark.
but but then like the last
Let's
10
face
years
it,
now.
Let's just keep it real here.
Yeah.
We're in the bunker, damn it.
Yeah, no, not really playing much golf anymore.
Yeah, I kind of hung it up too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Started playing the guitar.
Well,
You know, and I got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
you're eastbound. Just watch Old Bandit run.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I got 6 hours to play golf, think of the guitar work I could get in.
That's true.
You know,
That's
and
true.
So
And for me, 6 hours playing guitar is a whole lot more beneficial than
yes,
6
for
hours
you
playing
for
golf.
sure.
Because man, I feel like
doubt.
I feel like through the bunker this past year, I feel like I'm a much better guitar player than I was
Good.
last year. At this
You know,
time.
I've actually heard that a lot. Our friend Claudia Heuser
Yeah.
said the same thing.
Yeah.
She's kind of forced her into, well, the band couldn't hang out.
Right. Speaking of the band, do we have that? Do we have the picture? The picture of the band?
Yeah, hold on.
My guys right now, they are all, not all of them, but a few of them are. They are in Florida, and they are all hanging out together. You got Michael, and you got Alex, and you got Bryce.
That's a
and
good-looking
then-
crew right
It
there.
is. They're all at the beach.
And you're here.
in Perdido Key, and I'm sitting here with
That
you.
ain't right.
So it's
Something's
really, it's
wrong.
not right.
You drew the short
We
end
should-
of the straw there.
Well, but you're in town working.
I am indeed. Doing a little Walking Dead.
Are you?
Yeah.
How many? Do you know how many episodes you'll be on this year, or can you talk about that?
I can't tell. I can't say anything.
Okay,
They're
I got you.
they're poor sports about that.
I got you.
You know.
Did
But
you-
I'm having fun. Oh
but
my
you-
God, the people
Wait a
are
minute.
so
do you,
cool.
Do you get to kill zombies?
They're so cool. Oh, I stabbed a lot of zombies.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're on Twitter. You can say anything you want now.
That's right. It's not on Twitter. You can roll. That's right. A big old hook. One time, I did a Marvel movie,
Yeah.
a Spider-Man movie.
Mhm.
And before you go, you got to sign your life away. There's a
NDAs and all that kind
it's
of
just
stuff.
a Bible of things
Right.
that you can't say. And so I did the movie, and of course I was, doing something silly, and I was on a radio show, and somebody asked me the part that I play, and I said, well, I play a guy who son is in jeopardy on a bridge, and there's a big battle between the lizard and Spider-Man, and Spider-Man saves my son, and he goes, wait, the lizard? And I went, yeah. I mean, things started lighting up. Phones started ringing. Sony called me. They were like, what are you doing? I said, what are you talking about? I said, we were going to announce that in 2 months in San Diego. And, I announced that was the villain in the movie, and I didn't know. It was just casual.
You were just having a conversation.
Yes, I was. I
just
didn't
like-
know. I got 15 phone calls. I don't even know what y'all talking about. What's
So
the
maybe
matter?
that's what we should do, Rhett. We should just start asking him questions, and he'll just think he's having a casual
That's
conversation.
right. And I'll slip out, and I'll be like,
A little,
and they all die. Oh, my God.
a little more peanut butter whiskey.
What did I
yeah,
say?
a little more peanut butter whiskey.
I'll
and-
tell you one thing about Walking Dead. If I say they all die, it's probably right.
It's true.
It's right.
That's a factual statement.
Yes,
right?
sir. That is the truth.
What else do we have over there, Kenny Bob?
Man, there's a couple here you haven't done in a while.
Okay.
In fact, I don't think you've done this on the bunker at all yet. Days of Thunder.
Oh no, I don't.
I mean, that's an amazing song.
I
think
don't-
The girls are gonna flip out if you sing it, right?
I don't think I have done Days of Thunder.
I don't think I do it.
I'm not boring you, am I?
Not at all.
Because you're gonna play a song tonight, right?
Well,
world
you
like
can
a-
call it that if you
Like
want.
a world debut.
Yeah. Well, when we met, I couldn't play at all.
I know. We're gonna
And
talk
now I'm
about
sitting
that.
here and I'm going to play a song.
We're
for you.
gonna talk about that.
Don't have very high expectations.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll play this one.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll try to not butcher my own song, and then
I wrote this song too. I'm gonna play it.
I didn't write this song,
Well, there you go. Sorry, folks.
but I did record it, so I'll go with that.
We know how awesome you are.
Stop.
Come on.
Stop it. Here we
Let's
go.
hear one.
All right. Well, I had a 6-pack of beer in the bushes the weekend I turned 18. Snuck out the back while my mom and dad watched Johnny Carson on TV. I picked her up at the end of the road, red bandana in her hair. Turned the radio up in that old Datsun truck and drove off God knows where. Those were the days of thunder. That was a magic summer. Young, dumb, and full of wonder, thinking it would last forever. Love struck like a bolt of lightning, so strong and so exciting. Rainy nights I still remember, those days of thunder. Going 90 miles an hour down the 2-lane road, just one hand on the wheel, the other one wrapped around her, finding out how freedom feels. 'Cause those were the days of thunder. That was a magic summer. Young, dumb, and full of wonder, thinking it would last forever. Love struck like a bolt of lightning, so strong and so exciting. Rainy nights I still remember, those days of thunder. We were moving so fast, lead foot on the gas, and we never looked back. Those were the days of thunder. That was a magic summer. Young, dumb, and full of wonder, thinking it would last forever. Love struck like a bolt of lightning, so strong and so exciting. Rainy nights I still remember, those days of thunder. Those days of thunder. I have not played that song in years.
Good.
Years, I believe.
You got a happy bunker here tonight.
Hello, Happy Bunker.
Good way.
Happy bunker.
Happy Bunker. Happy Bunker. So, what are we? Let's see. I wrote down a bunch of questions, and I'm not
me?
a good interviewer.
You wrote them down?
Well, because I get nervous, you know.
Wow.
Get nervous.
It's
and-
just me,
I know.
little old Tommy.
Old Tommy. Old Tommy. Okay, I'm not even going to ask it. I'm not even going to look at the questions. Here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So,
You should have them ask the questions.
well, I'm looking. Are they coming up with any questions?
Well, you
Are they coming up with any
They
questions?
will if
for
you say
Tommy?
ask questions.
Ask some questions.
They will. You gotta
Ask
ask
Is this your
questions
first day of the bunker?
Well, it's my first day with
What's
somebody
going
sitting
on
beside
here?
me.
My-
In this
Okay.
first day with somebody
All right.
sitting beside me. in the
Okay.
bunker.
You're a
So,
rookie.
I am a rookie.
I'm
a
going to run
rookie.
this thing.
So come up with some questions that you want Tommy to answer.
What's Thomas drinking? That's right there, right there. Peanut butter whiskey.
Since you mentioned it, we've had a big uptick in the word peanut butter whiskey on the chat.
That's a song there
Have
for
we?
us. We're going to write that. Peanut butter
Let's see,
whiskey.
it'll be something like a
Peanut butter whiskey and flat tires.
You're a smooth
Go, buddy.
peanut butter whiskey.
You're as sweet as a flat
Oh, y'all are wearing a shirt that says.
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My daughter was my daughter
Sweet as
and
strawberry
and her
wine
boyfriend
over
are-
there.
Yeah, they're wearing shirts that smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Anyway, so like out of all the movies that you've done, out of all the shows that you've done,
Yeah.
what was like? I hate to put you on the spot, but like, what was your favorite?
Well, let's get specific with that.
Okay.
Because there's favorites because of friendships, or there's
Right.
favorites of like what's my favorite, movie or show to watch, or maybe a character that I did. So it's tough to just pick a favorite because there's layers to it. But I did a series for 5 years called Southland.
Yeah.
that was just the cast that I was working with. We had such a tight bond, and the role that I was playing was just smooth and buttery, man.
That's awesome.
And I cried like a baby when that went away. And I played a role on Criminal Minds called The Reaper.
Yeah. Yeah. So a friend of mine posted the thing tonight that says, "You're going to have the Reaper on the bunker?"
That's right. And that had an impact.
Yeah.
You know, that role.
a lot of comments on Criminal Minds here.
Yeah.
Tonight.
That was sort of a changing point for me in my career.
Yeah.
People sort of took a risk in giving me that role, and
Because you never played something like that.
correct.
And so much of Hollywood, so much of music, so much of music is people come to expect songs like a particular type song from me as
From
an
you,
artist.
yeah.
Right. They expect a particular type role from you. And
Well, that's the thing. Well, here we are. So
Right.
this is a good segue into why I'm getting
Yeah.
into music. Because as an actor, as an artist, if you don't reinvent yourself every 7, 8, 9 years, 10
Right.
years, you really will get left behind.
Yeah.
And for me, music has always been something that I've wanted to have in my life and be a part of. I was raised in a very non-musical home. My father was a professional bull rider
Right.
for 10 years, and I spent my childhood on the road, and I think I was probably 9 or 10 years old before I even realized music came out of the radio.
Right.
It was like news, and we
Right.
drove, and that was
Right.
it. And
Nice NFR hat, by the way. I saw that.
right,
Yeah. Talking about the bull riding.
that's it. So all my family's cowboys.
Yeah.
We all come from rodeo. I compete still and team rope, and we all are ranchers. Anyway, why'd you throw me off? What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
I'm having
You know,
peanut
you're
butter
talking
whiskey,
about-
man. I got a small little pea brain here. Go easy on me, man.
Squirrel show.
That's
It
right.
was.
Squirrel.
Well, hey, listen.
Squirrel.
Hey, they do the same thing to me. They'll ask me a question, and I
Let's
get about
go.
halfway through it, and then something else will come up. No, you're talking about like changing your characters.
Well-
You always play like we were talking about me with music, and you were talking about reinventing
yourself. So that was when I understood that, and I went through it, and it sort of gave me new life
Right.
in the world of television, in particularly. I started to work with an organization, a cancer organization, and every year we'd have a big benefit, and we'd raise some money, and,
Right.
and we'd have different artists come in and perform a particular song that was written about 12 years ago for somebody that was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and his best friend wrote a song for him. Well, that song has been recorded about 13 times now. Jason Mraz did a version, and Claudia and I did last year's version.
Okay.
So what happened was I wanted to sort of give back to the charity, and I was spending the last 6, 7, 8 years watching these amazing musicians perform every year, and I wanted to be up there. Well, COVID hit, and it kind of shut down everything. My business was shut down. All my jobs were shut down. And I came up with an idea, and I wanted to write a script about a former country western singer. And so I decided to give myself 2 years to learn how to sing and play, because I really want to sing and play. I don't want to fake it. And that was about 7 or 8 months ago.
Mhm.
And I've been on a pretty intense journey, and I've had some pretty amazing teachers. And we already spoke about Claudia, and I work real closely with her and her partner, Tony Gross. They've been really helpful. A real good friend of mine, who you may know, by the way, he's a local boy, Kurt Thomas. Do you know Kurt from Dahlonega?
I don't know him.
Kurt can really sing and really play, and in fact, he and I wrote a really nice song yesterday. And I've been really embraced by country
Yeah.
music and the people of country music,
Mhm.
which has been so awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome. There's not a lot of pretense with country people. You get what you get.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? So it's been a journey that's been on a fast track for me, but I've fallen in love with it.
Well, we've had a year. You think about it. We've had a year to sit around and come up with new things. Like, I think it was it a year ago next week?
Yeah.
So a year ago next week we did the
we-
first bunker.
And it's been like, it was like a year ago last week that this all kind of started. You know what I mean? That
absolutely.
It just hit us.
They
and
started
that-
talking about, we may take, a
It
couple
may be a
weeks
couple
off.
weeks off.
Right.
Remember
Take
that?
a couple weeks off
Yeah.
and and slow the spread, and here we are, we're sitting, in my basement a year later, and you guys are finally back to work.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's intense. I mean, it's
Right.
basically been 2 months of a COVID test for me.
yeah, y'all are testing like every day, aren't
Every
you?
day almost. It's literally, it is every other day, every day with temperatures, every other day with nasal swabs. And then you get the random test on the days that you're supposed to maybe not be tested.
Right.
But it's a big beast. It's a big machine. And we've got contact tracers in our pockets, so they know who we're with and when we're with them and for how
Right.
long. So
Right.
if someone comes down with it, they don't shut down the whole show because they know only those 4 people were together.
Right.
And it makes sense. And it's how they're doing it now. Hopefully that's all going to go away.
You want to play a song? Because
Yeah.
you were talking about,
I'll play a song for you.
playing, talking about learning and getting in. So let's jump in and play a song.
Yeah, we got a lot of people asking for Tommy song tonight. What's he gonna play? What's his
Okay,
guitar?
sorry, brother.
No, you're fine.
I'll
that good
I'll
stuff.
explain for you.
All right.
Here. Where am I? Right here. Okay, so as we were talking, it's been a tough year, right? We all, excuse me, we all experienced either our own families or friends or somebody suffered
Yeah,
from this
absolutely.
COVID, and it hit my family hard. My daddy got it, and he went to the hospital. We had about 3 nights that was really bad, and this song kind of happened, and it's fun. It's an interesting thing for me because I always wondered, as a non-musician, how y'all wrote songs and how you always get a different answer, rightfully so. But for me, it was a beautiful experience to be able to answer that for myself.
Right.
Because it comes from an emotional place, but then there's a sense of tone and intention that kind of takes over your body and your mind and your thinking, and that's what brings it together.
Absolutely.
Tone and intention, and that was a beautiful thing. Well, when my father was in the hospital, this song came up. This song isn't really about him. This song is a song. It's about Jesse James.
Okay.
And it's seen through the eyes of his young son, Jesse Jr. And I've never played it for anybody.
Well, tonight
I don't
tonight
even
is
know
the
if
deal.
it's good or bad, but we're going to do it. I'll tell you that right now. I apologize right now if it's bad. Hey, maybe I better get some glasses going on here. You turn 50, Mark.
I'm 3 years away from that.
I tell you what, you don't see so well here, but you see better here, brother.
Amen.
Yes, sir. All right. It's called Ride. We'll see how she goes, like I said. I've only been playing for a few months. Daddy was an outlaw, rode from town to town, robbing banks and stagecoaches. He was the meanest man around. Rode a buckskin horse and carried a 45. 12 angry men were in his gang to help keep him alive. Daddy ride, Daddy ride, ride. Well, I didn't know him very well, but I sure know what he did. Some even say he was quick as holiday and meaner than Billy the Kid. Well, he was wanted in 13 states for murder in the first degree. Said that he did it for my mama and my sister and for me. Daddy, ride, Daddy, ride, ride, Daddy, ride. Well, there's 6 feet of earth waiting on us all. Nobody's ever beat the devil to the draw. It's what you do between now and then. That's the measure of a man. Well, you can't run, but you can't hide. Ride. Daddy was an outlaw. He rode from town to town, robbing banks and stagecoaches till Bob Ford shot him down. When Mama told me he died, I didn't even cry. I just looked up to the sky and said, ride, Daddy, ride, ride. Daddy, ride, ride. Well, there's 6 feet of earth waiting on us all. Nobody's ever beat the devil to the draw. It's what you do between now and then. That's the measure of a man. Well, you can run, but you can't hide. Daddy, ride. You're too young not to survive. Daddy, ride. You're too young not to survive. Daddy, ride. You're too young not to survive. Daddy, ride.
Nice. Nice.
Nice job. Yes.
Thank you, man.
That's cool.
Well,
So you wrote that about your dad.
I wrote that about Daddy. I did. And let me give you a plug back because we're going to get back to the real stuff here.
Oh, dude, that was awesome.
You know, I tell you, one time I asked you, because I was so interested, and like I was following you around the golf course, and I was just asking you about, guitar playing, and I've just loved it so much,
Right.
and I've always wanted to do it. But there's not a big, a lot of actors aren't bad musicians, but a lot of musicians are really good actors, and it's not a big crossover. We're
Right.
storytellers.
Right.
And I'm sure if you, and I don't know if you've done it or not, but I'm sure if you had the opportunity to play a role, it might make you think a little bit, but
Yeah.
once you would go, you
Yeah.
just kind of commit and you go.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I'm just once I got over the fear of making a mistake or not being perfect, and once I started playing actually and watching a lot of other people play, I saw a lot of mistakes and how they get around it and how you handle it when you're going, even to the point where you just stop and start again if that's what you got to do.
Dude, I mess up every
You know what I mean?
mess up every time we're doing this. Yeah.
And so once I realized that was okay,
Yeah.
and then you watch a documentary on like Bob Dylan getting booed out of an arena, right? You know what I mean? And you go, well, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
They're booing Bob Dylan off the damn stage. Let's have a go.
Well, hey, take a look at this. You got some amazing comments here. Great voice, great song, great job, sexy voice.
Wow.
Wonderful. And look at this. Sounds like you have a voice that you should be singing for the movie Yellowstone.
God bless. God
I
bless.
can see that.
Yeah, right?
I could definitely
I
see
show
that.
up and be like, hey, Ryan Bingham, you need to step back, son. I got a new guitar in town.
Dude, I can see that.
The problem,
but the cool thing about you and what a lot of people don't know, and well, they may know, I mean, if they followed your work, but like, you really are a cowboy.
yes.
I mean, that's something that
That's not fake.
No, and back to my favorite movie, Red Dawn.
yes.
You were the one teaching everybody in the movie
How to
ride
ride
the horses.
Oh, my God. I
How
got a
to-
good story for you there. Do we have time for this story?
We've got,
How about a Patrick Swayze story?
Come on.
I got to tell you, I love Patrick so much. I did 3 films with Patrick. We did The Outsiders, and we did a really dumb movie called Grandview, USA, and then we did Red Dawn. Patrick and I were really like brothers.
Yeah.
Patrick, probably the most, like the biggest overachiever I have ever met in my life. And it doesn't matter what you do. You can be like, you know what, Patrick? I just got a new butterfly catching package here. I'm going to start catching butterfly. But I went to the Olympics and butterfly catching in 1976. You'd be like, what? What? I mean, it didn't matter what you do. You know,
Right.
it's like, I'm gonna write a song and sing a song, number 1, right?
She's like the wind.
You know what I mean? He's like, I'm gonna do this dancing movie, number 1, right? Just whatever he wanted to do was so irritating.
Right.
So, what brought me to that? What brought me to
We're
that?
talking about you being a real cowboy. And you were talking about Red Dawn. I was talking about you were the one teaching everybody how to.
So Patrick,
He really is like me.
Patrick
He's a squirrel guy.
has this.
This is so bad.
Patrick had this. Did I make you feel better?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It made me feel better
That's
about
right.
me. I'm
Oh,
like,
bring me on here and make me drink all that peanut butter liquor, man, and then make fun of me in front of all your fans. Hey, you're real nice. You ain't gonna ever have another guest ever. Oh my Lord.
well, not for a week or so.
Okay, good. So Patrick knows that I'm a cowboy, and he's wanting to kind of be a cowboy.
Right.
So they give him this horse, and I've got this scene at the end of the movie where I hop on this horse, and this big helicopter comes around.
Know it well.
Like, it's
Yeah.
time for me to go down, right?
Yeah.
Well, I swing up on this horse and pull the mask up and pull out the RPG, and this helicopter shows up out of nowhere. My horse rears up and freaks out and
Yeah.
like spins, and off we go. We look like $1 million, right? And Patrick's by the camera. He's watching this, and I come over, and he's kind of upset, and he's like, "Can I talk to you for a second?" I said, "What's going on?" "How'd you get that horse to rear like that?" I said, "Oh, I put the rear on him." He says, "What do you mean?" I said, "Yeah, we've been training for a few weeks, put the rear on him because I knew this would be the moment we want him to rear up, make you look real good, and I ride out." Oh my God! He called over them wranglers. "Hey, put the rear on my horse. I want the rear put on my horse right now. How long it take you to put that rear on that? I want it faster. The rear now." I was dying. The wranglers were dying. Well, of course,
He has
of
no
course,
idea.
that horse was just scared of the
Scared to
helicopter.
death.
I was holding on for dear life. I told Patrick we've been practicing that for weeks.
That was what was the girl's name? Not
Leah
Jennifer.
Thompson.
Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
Leah Thompson spoke so highly of you when I met her in California a few years ago. We were doing a cancer benefit.
God bless her.
in L.A. And she and I were talking, and I said, and I told her kind of the same thing. I was like, "You're in my favorite movie." And she's like, "You know what?" And I said, "Red Dawn." And she was like, Tommy Howe taught all of us how to ride, how to not get hurt on that set.
God
and
bless.
she talked so highly of you. So when I met you, you were, I already had a preconceived notion of what
She
you were
didn't
gonna
tell
be
you I
like.
was like chasing her around the damn set all the time.
No,
Oh,
she didn't
okay,
tell us
good.
that.
That's probably good. Yeah.
Well, you told everybody that, but no, she didn't.
I was
say-
16.
And she's a good-looking.
Of
she's a good-looking
course.
lady,
That's
absolutely.
right.
That's awesome, man. I could do this all night long. We're like
Hey,
15
here's a
minutes
crazy
from the
here's a crazy
end.
fact for the fans, right? So Jennifer Jason Leigh and Patrick,
Right.
they're doing Red Dawn. This
Right.
is way before Dirty Dancing,
Right.
and I'm here to tell you they didn't get along.
They didn't get along.
They really didn't like each
I know
other.
my Red Dawn history.
They didn't like each other. Now did you know that because her name was Tony in the movie
Right.
and Jed, his name was Jed.
Right.
Did you know that there was like a love scene between the two of them written?
I did not know that.
And I'm here to tell you, on the day of that love scene, Patrick really didn't want to do it. Really didn't want to do it.
Going back.
Rumor has it he brought out a little peanut butter whiskey. And Jennifer wasn't happy because he got comfortable.
Yeah.
And she got so upset, the director finally just
John Milius.
sent him home. John Milius said, we ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
There was no love scene.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well,
But there was a Dirty Dancing movie.
I was
Go
gonna say-
figure.
I was going to say, well, and I'd heard.
She was cast first, by the way.
Right.
In Dirty Dancing.
Right.
Could you imagine when they go, we're thinking about Patrick Swayze? Oh,
Oh,
good.
no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're
No, you're not. Oh, my Lord.
That's awesome.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
He was a good dude, man. Rest his soul. God, I love that man. Wore his heart on his sleeve and would help you do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good man.
That's awesome.
I always think of him with Red Dawn and that Saturday Night Live episode with Chris Farley.
Chippendale.
The greatest,
Chippendale
right?
dancer.
The greatest.
Oh.
One of the best ever.
The funniest. I think that probably has to be, in my opinion, the funniest skit that I've ever seen on Saturday Night Live.
And it's like you said, he sees Chris dance and he's constantly trying to get better, right? He's gonna be
Right.
Fantastic.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Farley was amazing.
I have not read any of the comments, so I'm like totally engrossed.
One says right there, why doesn't Tommy take over the bunker and you go on down to the beach with your boys there? What the heck? Why would they say that?
Buddy, if you want it, I figure you're.
I'm ready for the beach.
Are you?
It's been a while.
I am too, man.
Has it been a minute?
It's been a while. Yeah.
What are you going to sing right now? Let's sing one. It's time. Let's sing something.
I don't know.
What are you going to sing?
What do we have? What do we have a request for?
Well, here's one that you have not done on the bunker.
What?
And you did an acoustic version of it on the album.
What?
Crazy Being Home.
Oh. Okay. I think
That was
it's here.
on Looking for America.
That's a great song.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't think you probably never heard this song. This is a cool song.
Okay, good.
He almost forgot how to drive over here while he tried to survive a year over there. Some young punk just flipped him off and ran him off of the road. He just turned 22 last week in the back of a striker somewhere in the heat. He never thought he'd live to be this old. It's crazy being home. He stepped off the plane, feels like yesterday. They were waving flags and signs with his name. They said they were proud of what he had done. If they only knew what he had become. The girl in love, she swore that she'd wait. But he came home to a cold, empty place. Had a burger today and got a new cell phone. It's crazy being home. The stars all look the same, and he still answers to his name. It's okay, something just ain't right. It's right to fight for what you love, but his young eyes have seen too much. Till you've been where he's been, you wouldn't understand. I thought you'd never have to, my friend. He got the call, he's back on a plane to where he belongs. That might sound insane, but his brothers are there. They can't fight this alone. So they dropped him right there in the blood-red sand. His best friend is locked and loaded in his hands. And his sergeant yells, "Boys, it's time to go." And he thought, it's crazy being home. It's crazy being home. It's crazy being home. It's crazy being home.
Nice.
That's a cool song. I love that song. Warren Brothers wrote that one.
That's a cool.
That's a great song. We recorded that right after we came back. Right after I came back from a USO tour, being overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan and Kuwait and Uzbekistan and places like that, and that was.
What's going on like for you as an artist? When will you do another album?
We actually did a new album. We've got a new album done that was going to be released hopefully in 2020. And
You can't tour or anything,
right,
so you can't
but
promote
because
it.
everything was shut down.
So you wait.
Yeah.
So when things start to open up, you'll bring it out and you'll promote it.
We are in the process right now of trying to get the new record, finding a home for the new record,
Yeah,
and
good.
getting it out there.
That's great.
Because it's time. I mean, the folks, we've sat here for week after week, and now because of COVID going on much longer than we thought, we bumped it to every other week.
Sure.
But it's kind of it's cool to sit here and play Jacob's Ladder, and it's cool to play 19 something. It's cool to play those songs that everybody's heard a million times. But it's also cool when you have a new record. And you're
present
ready
new
to get
stuff.
that out there. Absolutely, just like you were talking about. I mean, you were talking about reinventing yourself as an actor,
Right. Same,
and as an artist. We're both artists. So
Sure.
as a musician, it's time to get that new music out there.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because people expect a certain thing, a certain sound from a musician.
Yeah.
And when you stray from that, it's hard for people's ears to accept that sometimes.
Well, here's what we've done. I think we walked a really great line with the new record, and there's a lot of new music out there that kind of has an updated production sound.
Sure.
I mean, just like if you guys were filming Red Dawn today, you probably wouldn't.
We'd have a lot more CGI, and the
Right,
effects would be very
exactly.
different.
Right.
Yeah.
So for us, we tried to walk that line between that 90s, late 90s, early 2000s sounding country with sort of an updated production. And here was the next really cool thing about the new record is that my road band, the guys that play the music night after night, those were the guys that we took in the studio
To do
and
it.
they recorded the record. So it's the actual people.
That was cool.
Yeah. It's the actual people that you'll be hearing the music.
Where'd you record the album?
Recorded at a place in Nashville called the Sound Emporium, which was where we recorded the Wish You Were Here record, which was our biggest selling record that we had. So we wanted to
So
go
you
back.
went back, circle back.
Yeah, kind of circle back and recapture some of that magic. And like, we've talked about your past and our past and my past and all that. That studio has a lot of great history behind it.
Yeah.
It's Cowboy Jack Clemens. It was his studio, and it's where Keith Whitley recorded, all of those big hits that he recorded. And then there's just an absolute plethora of great music that came out of that studio.
Do you feel
Yes,
a certain amount? I know a certain amount of pressure, like as an artist, as a songwriter. Do you find yourself chasing something?
No.
So you're content just with what it is.
I'll tell you the difference, and this is a philosophical answer to that. As an artist, I have always went for the best song.
Yeah.
So much
Good.
of Nashville, and so much of the push for Nashville is, if you're an artist and you're a songwriter, for you to write everything that you put on your record. And while I respect those people that do that, I feel like they leave a lot of great songs on the table.
Morgan Wallen didn't do that.
Right.
I mean, look at all the songwriters that were on that album.
Well, that's what I mean.
My God.
You look at George Strait, you look at McGraw, you look at, we could go back. There's so many great artists that have always sort of paced themselves. Yeah, I write songs. I'm actually writing a song with another buddy of mine tomorrow. We started writing it. He used to be the lead singer of Chicago.
Yeah.
And I love that Chicago music, that he did. But
With the horns?
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Jason and I have been writing, via Zoom and stuff like that. But I also have growing up in the business.
Let me ask you though, when you're writing with somebody like Jason, is he wanting to write country music, or you just don't know? You're just writing something.
You know, there is no such thing as a country song. There's really not. I mean, if you go back and you look at some of the things that Patsy Cline recorded, or you look at some of the things that Ernest Tubb maybe recorded, or Hank Sr. recorded, those songs could have been pop songs back when they were released. It was the production. It was the
Now, I mean, if you
instrumentation.
listen, you can listen to Jason Isbell. You listen to Whiskey Myers, and
Right.
they're all. It's like, well,
Absolutely.
you try to tell me that's country.
It's all over the place.
I mean, that's just music.
Exactly. Well, Brian McKnight. I mean, you know, we had a song called "Back at One" that Brian wrote, and it was a huge pop hit, but it was a huge country record for me. The same way with Keith Stigall and Dan Hill wrote.
That's
kind of
cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's
they
a
wrote-
cool song, man.
Yeah.
To cross over like that.
Exactly. They wrote "I Do Cherish You." It was a #1 record
Yeah.
for me, and then a couple years later, it was a big pop song for 98 Degrees. So I feel like we've always went for the best material, not just.
But then you're getting into taste, and you know, you're selecting what you feel might be.
Yeah.
It's so subjective.
But I have to select what I feel like I can represent. If I don't write it,
I understand.
it's kind of like an actor, you know. If you feel like if somebody brings you a part and you look at this part and you go, I could play this part great, but I don't know that I want to go down that road.
Soul Man.
See? And how well did that work out for you? Very well.
Well, today I'm catching hell.
Of course you are, because we're in the cancel culture and those people are just idiots.
I didn't say that, folks. He
I did. I mean, I did. I mean, I don't understand that. I don't understand why, you know, we make art and we do something like that, and then somebody comes back and then they go, oh, well, you can't do that.
Well, I tell you, the crime there isn't. Look, you know, if you want to bring something up that offended you, and we can address that, fine, because that was nobody's intention.
Right, exactly.
However, the crime is, at least from my perspective, and we're talking about a new culture that's been invented. The redeemable man is the one I want in my foxhole. The
Absolutely.
one that's been broken and repaired and learned from that is the man I want with me.
There you go.
Not the one that's never done anything.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm the guy that sang it, you know, I don't guess I've ever had a song that has been viewed as being controversial, you know.
But you're not controversial.
No, I feed you, you know,
I'm
peanut butter whiskey,
controversial.
and I'll
You
sit
give
here.
me peanut butter whiskey. Damn it.
What does
Let's
that
sing a
say?
song, man. Let's sing another song.
Okay, what else? What else do we have?
Well, you got a request for Kid Rock's version of Cowboy.
Not gonna happen. Keep going.
You know what? Here's a good one, man. Gene Watson. We have not done a Gene Watson.
Dude.
Love some Gene Watson. Maybe. I mean, what time are we at? We're close to the end anyway. But Farewell Party seems like.
Okay, let's do.
great
Okay,
tune.
so we'll say farewell party till the end.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a good idea.
What should we do? What else? Give me one more. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait a
okay.
minute. Hold on. Somebody had a request. Connie Watson had a request for this one. I was never really breathing. My heart was never really beating till you held me in your arms. Every love that didn't last, every second of my past simply disappeared into the dark. And with that first kiss, I felt my life beginning, and the clock just froze, and the world stopped spinning. Now the magic of that moment is never ending. You made time stand still, and I'm loving every minute. It's a need that never changes, a passion that is ageless. It consumes me like it did when it was new. You have led me to a place where every day is the same, and I'm always falling more in love with you. And with that first kiss, I felt my life beginning, and the clock just froze, and the world stopped spinning. Now the magic of that moment is never ending. You make time stand still. I'm loving every minute. And with that first kiss, I felt my life beginning, and the clock just froze, and the world stopped spinning. Now the magic of that moment is never ending. You make time stand still, and I'm loving every minute.
Good work.
Thank you, man.
Good work.
Thanks for coming and hanging out with us
That was
tonight.
awesome.
It was fun. It was fun. I hope that
Thanks for fixing my tire.
you're welcome. Did we get the tire fixed?
He's here right now.
Oh, you sure? Look at there.
He wants an autographed picture of you.
That's hilarious. I'll change your tire for an autograph.
Fair
What the
enough.
hell?
Okay. Tell him. Let me do one.
Well,
more
wait a second.
song.
Let's talk about this. He's out there doing some work, and you're like, hey, do you know whose tire that is? What the hell's going on around here?
Oh, hey, did you bring autograph pictures?
No.
Well, then I guess we'll.
Like I roll around with
I
autograph
guess
pictures.
what we'll.
Selfie.
I guess
Oh,
what
my
we'll
God.
have to do at this point then.
Could you imagine? Well, yes, sir. I just so happen to have a few autograph pictures
Well, no,
right
no,
here.
no, no. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just go out. We go out to the guy changing the tire.
Yeah.
And we take a picture with him.
Yeah.
And then I have an app. And we can take that picture on the iPad and you can sign it and we can email it to him.
You are a lot nicer than I am. Wow.
Let's do some Gene Watson.
Let's do it.
When the last breath of life is gone from my body and my lips are as cold as the sea. When my friends gather round for my farewell party, won't you pretend you love me? There'll be flowers from those who cry when I'm gone and leave you in this world alone. I know you'll have fun at my farewell party. I know you'll be glad when I'm gone. I don't have the the steel, so we're just going to keep going. There'll be flowers from those who cry when I go and leave you in this whole world alone. I know you'll have fun at my farewell party. I know you'll be glad when I'm gone. Oh, I know you'll be glad when I'm gone.
That's damn sad, that song.
It's a very sad
It's
song.
heartbreaking.
It's a very sad
We
song.
could just wrap up this little party with that heartbreaker.
See, that's country music right there.
That's all we do.
Damn, man.
That's what we do,
That's it,
man.
huh?
That's what. Thank you, brother.
My
Thanks for coming and
pleasure.
hanging out
God
with
bless.
us.
Thank you
Listen,
so
thank
much.
you guys for being out here with us. 2 weeks from now, we have another guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Because you don't have it yet.
I do. But I do. But if you know your songs, you might know it'd be like. Let's see it.
That's in 2 weeks right there.
2 weeks.
Okay, good. I'll be tuning in.
Every little move she makes is gonna catch somebody's eye. You wanna see all the double takes when she goes walking by. She's so distant, she seems so cold. Everybody says it's time to go. Love y'all. Good night, everybody. We'll see you 2 weeks.